Welcome to the Deep Dive. We dig into the information that matters and pull out the key insights for you.
That's the plan.
Today, we're looking at something that could really change healthcare. AI for personalized medicine.
Right. Treatments designed specifically for you, for your individual needs.
We've gone through quite a bit of research, articles, that sort of thing.
We have. The goal is to give you a shortcut, really, to understanding how AI is moving us away from that one-size-fits-all approach.
Okay, so personalized medicine. Fundamentally, we're saying treat the person, not just the illness label. Is that the core idea?
That's exactly it. The focus shifts to the individual, their unique situation, not just the general condition.
It feels like a big shift from how things have often been done.
It really is a major evolution away from those more generalized healthcare models.
So where does AI fit into making this personalization actually happen? What's the tech connection?
Well, AI is basically the engine driving this. Its real power lies in its ability to learn from just vast amounts of data.
Okay, learning from data.
Yeah, and spotting complex patterns, things humans might easily miss, and then making pretty accurate predictions based on all that.
What kind of data are we talking about? When you say personalized my care, what's AI looking at?
It's looking at a whole range of your unique information. So your medical history, obviously.
Right.
Details about your lifestyle, your habits, and maybe most importantly, your genetic profile, your genes.
Genetics. We hear that word constantly now. How vital is our genetic code, our DNA, in this personalized approach?
It's absolutely central. Genomics, which is the study of, our entire genetic map, is key.
Why is it so important?
Because our genes hold clues, lots of them, about why some people might be more prone to certain diseases, how they might react to different drugs, and, well, ultimately how we can tailor their care very, very precisely.
But the human genome, it's enormous, isn't it? The sheer amount of information.
Oh, it's immense. Billions of base pairs. Trying to manually find the specific genetic variations linked to a disease or drug response. It's like trying to find one specific typo across millions of books. It's just not feasible for humans alone.
Okay, that makes sense. That scale sounds exactly like a job for a computer, which I guess brings us right back to AI.
Exactly. AI is built for recognizing patterns in these massive data sets.
How does it learn them?
You train it, you feed it huge collections of genomic data that are already linked to known health outcomes, like who got a certain disease or responded well to a drug.
Right.
And the AI algorithms learn to spot the markers, the specific genetic variants that seem to be associated with higher risk or particular treatment responses.
So it's not just predicting, say, my risk of getting a disease, but also how I might react if I need medication for it.
Precisely. And that specific area is called pharmacogenomics.
Pharmacogenomics, okay.
Yeah. It's using AI to analyze your personal genetic makeup to predict how your body will likely process and respond to specific drugs.
Can you walk me through an example, make it a bit more concrete?
Sure. Think about liver enzymes. They're crucial for metabolizing or breaking down lots of medications we take.
Okay, got it.
But small variations in our genes can affect how quickly or slowly those enzymes work.
So my genes might make me break down a drug super fast, or maybe really slowly.
Exactly. And AI can look at your genetic profile and identify if you have variations that suggest you'll metabolize a certain drug faster or slower than average.
And knowing that helps how?
It lets doctors predict if you might need, say, a lower dose to avoid side effects because you metabolize it slowly, or maybe a higher dose to get the intended effect because you clear it quickly.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's all about picking the right drug and the right dose tailored specifically to you based on your genetics.
Wow, that sounds like it could avoid a lot of that guesswork, that trial and error process you sometimes go through with meds.
Absolutely. That's a huge potential benefit. Reducing that trial and error phase means potentially minimizing side effects, getting the treatment right sooner, which can improve compliance, people sticking to their medication.
Right, because it works and doesn't make them feel bad.
Exactly. And down the line, that could even help lower overall healthcare costs.
So, okay, we've talked genetics, we've talked drugs, but treatment is often more than just pills, right? How does AI help create a bigger picture, a more holistic plan?
That's a great point because for many conditions, there isn't just one single best treatment. There are options.
Right.
AI can pull together a much wider range of your personal factors. So yes, genetics, but also your full medical history, lifestyle choices, even your personal preferences about treatment types.
It considers my preferences too.
Potentially, yes. It integrates all this data to generate really comprehensive, tailored treatment recommendations.
So it's building a complete profile of me, not just zooming in on the one illness.
Exactly that. AI algorithms can sift through data from massive clinical trials, the latest published research, even real-world results from other patients with similar profiles to yours.
Okay, so it's learning from others like me.
Precisely. To identify which treatment paths are most likely to work best for you specifically. Someone used the analogy of a sophisticated GPS for your health.
Like GPS for health, I like that.
Yeah, it takes all the relevant info, the traffic, the road conditions, your destination, and helps chart the most effective route for you.
That really clarifies it. Okay, what about diagnosis? Especially for those really tricky conditions like rare diseases. Can AI help speed things up there?
Oh, definitely. Diagnosing rare diseases is often incredibly challenging, a long journey for patients.
I can imagine.
But AI has real potential to accelerate that. It can analyze a patient's genomic data, their DNA sequence,
Right.
alongside what's called their phenotypic data. That's basically their observable traits, symptoms, physical findings, lab results.
So it combines the genetic code with the actual symptoms.
Yes. And then AI compares that combined profile against these huge databases of known genetic disorders.
And because it's good at patterns.
Exactly. It's so good at pattern recognition, it can spot potential matches that a human clinician facing thousands of possibilities might just not see immediately.
That could make a huge difference.
It really could. We're talking about potentially shortening the diagnostic odyssey, as it's sometimes called, from years down to maybe weeks or even days in some cases.
That's incredible. But all of this, the genomics, the history, the predictions, it sounds like it needs an awful lot of data to be connected and accessible, right?
You've absolutely nailed a critical piece. AI-powered personalized medicine needs comprehensive patient data. It relies on it.
So where does that data come from? How does it get organized?
That's where electronic health records, EHRs, are fundamental. They are the bedrock, the data infrastructure that AI builds upon.
Okay, the digital versions of our charts.
Exactly. But just having the data isn't enough if it's stuck in silos, if different systems can't talk to each other.
Right, interoperability. I've heard that term.
Yes. And that's where something called FHIR comes in. FHIR.
FHIR. What's that?
It stands for Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources. Think of it as a modern standard, a common language that allows different healthcare software systems, including EHRs, to exchange information much more easily and seamlessly.
So FHIR helps connect the dots, lets the different systems share the data AI needs?
Precisely. It's vital for enabling these AI-driven personalized plans to actually integrate smoothly into a doctor's workflow, into the existing EHR system.
That makes sense. You could even imagine, like marketplaces for these AI plans?
People are talking about that, potential FHR-compatible marketplaces where validated AI treatment algorithms could be made available for clinicians to use. It's still developing, but that's the direction.
Okay, so let's pull this together. AI uses all this connected data, our genes, history, lifestyle, to create these super tailored health approaches. What's the bottom line? What are the biggest promised benefits here?
Well, the potential impact is really significant. We're looking at, hopefully, much better patient outcomes overall.
Right.
Fewer side effects from drugs because we can predict responses better. More effective treatments chosen from the start.
Faster diagnosis.
Faster diagnosis, absolutely, especially for those rare diseases. And potentially a more efficient, more effective healthcare system overall because it's focused on the individual's actual needs.
It really does sound like a potential revolution in healthcare.
It's a very exciting time, honestly. The ability to harness AI to understand disease at such a personal level and then tailor treatment. It's quite remarkable.
But, is the AI taking over? Is the doctor still in charge?
That's a crucial point to emphasize. AI is not replacing human doctors or their judgment, not at all.
Okay.
Think of AI as an incredibly powerful assistant. It provides insights, highlights risks, suggests possibilities.
Empowers the professionals.
Exactly. It augments their capabilities.
Yeah.
Someone described it poetically as like a vigilant guardian, a personalized mentor, and a safety net weaver.
That's quite a description.
It is, but the core idea is it supports. It doesn't replace. The final decisions about your care, those always rest with qualified healthcare professionals. Always.
That's reassuring. Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive, AI is enabling medicine tailored to us as individuals, using our unique data, especially genetics, to guide everything from drug choice to diagnosis.
That's the essence of it, harnessing tech to treat the person, not just the average patient.
So here's something to think about as we finish. With genetic information becoming more accessible and AI getting smarter, how might that change how you personally think about managing your own health proactively in the years to come?
It's definitely a fascinating convergence of technology and medicine, and it's only just beginning.
A lot to consider. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.